Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
A systematic review on yoga and positive psychology done by Chirag Dagar in his unpublished PhD thesis awarded recently by School of Management in IIT Bombay gives the three major fields where yoga and positive psychology coincide, and these are related to specific emotional domains. So, physiological and biological domain, psychological domain and neurological domain. And through all these processes, yoga helps in not only gaining emotional balance, but also experiencing emotional joy, emotional ecstasy and remaining in that ecstatic state for long time. So, physiological or biological mechanism which helps in experiencing positive psychological outcomes through yoga are related to relaxation, enhanced parasympathetic nervous system's activity, focus on breath, interoceptive and bodily awareness. Neurological mechanisms are related to polyvagal theory. So, yoga functions as the neural practice and the activation of the inner neuron system, and that helps in attaining the positive psychological outcomes. And there are the host of psychological mechanisms. Science of unitary human being talks about it, element of the theory of self-efficacy talks about that, increase in the positive effect, affective coping, detachment, mindfulness, self-compassion, mind-body awareness, self-regulation, sense of control, spirituality, sustained attention, reduced distraction, self-awareness, self-engagement. All these are the psychological mechanism through which yoga and positive psychology are connected, and we experience the emotional balance and we gain the emotional control. In this session, we are going to look at three major constructs. One construct is drawn from the Yoga Sutra and two constructs are drawn from the positive psychology. The positive psychological construct drawn from the Yoga Sutra is called Brahma Vihar. Brahma Vihar is combination of the four variables: Maitri, that is friendliness; Karuna, that is compassion; Mudita, that is joy seeing the excellence shown by others; and Upeksha means ignoring what is unpleasant or ignoring the others' faults. These are the four mind states together make Brahma Vihar. Psychological capital is the modern term, and it is also found to be an excellent composite which can explain many job related outcomes, academic success related outcomes, personal well-being related outcomes. So, these are hope, efficacy, resilience and optimism. These four variables constitute psychological capital. That is found to be very relevant at the workplace. Another term which is by many authors is considered to be the gold standard of well-being is called Parma. Parma is again combination of five factors. These are positive emotions, engagement, positive relationships, meaning and sense of accomplishment in life. Parama is more relevant in the day-to-day life. Psychological capital is more relevant in the workplace context. That is why we can look at both of these terms. The review done by Chirag Dagar in his unpublished thesis looks at all these variables and beautifully summarizes how various yogic practices result into all of these outcomes. We cannot only discuss the positive emotions. We need to look at negative emotions as well, because for gaining emotional balance, as much it is important to enhance positive emotions, so much is the importance of managing negative emotions, or the emotions which result into unpleasant experience or diminishing of our energy. So, we need to look at negative emotions as well. If we follow a hexaco model of personality, which is the modification of big 5 personality type, it gives it has 6th element or 6th type, which is called emotionality. Emotionality is related to emotional distress, and this is the combination of fearfulness, dependence, anxiety and sentimentality. That is the reflection of the negative emotions, or those emotions which result into unpleasantness or which diminish our energy. Yogic tradition also classifies negative emotions in its own way. We have discussed about these klishta vrittis, which are asmita, rag, avidya, dvesh, abhinivesh, and we discussed that avidya is the cause of all 4 klishta vrittis. Asmita is too much egoism, too much attachment to the self identity. Rag is the undue attachment. Dvesh is undue aversion. Abhinivesh is tendency or perpetuate yourself in the form of body or in the form of fame and name. All these 5 result into Shadripus or 6 enemies. 6 enemies are Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsar. Kam are the desires or sense pleasure. Overly indulgence in the sense pleasure is Kam. Krodh is unregulated anger. Moh is adharmic attachment, attachment to things which do not result into harmony within self and harmony in the environment. That is moh. Lobh is opposite of aparigrah, that is greed, our tendency to hoard lot of things, to possess lot of things, much more than what we actually require. Mad is too much of pride in our qualities, and because of that developing a tendency of laziness, that is matsar. So, all these 6 ripus or enemies are result of these 5 klishta vrittis. These are the expressions of negative emotions. That is what we can say. These eventually become not only emotion but result into our behavior as well, and that is why these can be called attributes.